and of course we'll be discussing some of the very important topics that needs to help build our motherland, that is Ghana. So welcome to the program. My name is Desmond Okrekudanso, and we are live on Facebook. You can watch us live on there at Metro TV Ghana. We're also live on DSTV channel 277 and also on the Multi-TV Digibox, and also live on 94.1 FM. Coming up on the show today, we've got conversations about our tourism space. Really, we'll be speaking to our guests from the Ghana Tourism Authority. We'll be looking at how much there is to be expected in terms of revenue to be raked in by the GTA, especially as we get towards a very, very important calendar, that is December in GH. We'll get to talk about that later. We also talk to the AGI, Association of Ghanaian Industries. We understand from them how the association is faring. But of course, the important conversation about the strike by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAG. What is happening? What is the update now? All these and many more coming up on the program this afternoon. For now, Helen Anyaweja is standing by to bring us the news updates. Hello, Helen. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Desmond.
Trust you're well.
I'm well. How about you?
Fantastic. I'm okay. Take us away.
Okay. Good afternoon to you. My name is Helen Anyaweja, and this is Good Afternoon Ghana. Coming up this afternoon. And appeals to feuding factions in the Bwaku chieftaincy dispute to commit to lasting peace. Also coming up this afternoon, education think tank blames preparation of leading cause of the mass failure recorded in the 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination. Later on Business Edge, we will be looking at the performance of the tourism sector and the activities ahead of this year's Christmas festivities. This and more coming up now. Do stay with us. Thank you very much for keeping us company. My name again is Helen Anyaweja, and we are starting from here. Now, cocoa farmers and residents in the Awin municipality of the Western North region of Ghana have called for government intervention in rehabilitating the 71-kilometer Elibo Enchi Road, which is in deplorable state, negatively impacting cocoa farmers and living conditions of residents in the area. Residents say reconstructing the road will help save the cocoa and boost economic activities. My colleague Eko Sechisaki has more in the following report.
Former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo cut sword for the construction of the Enchi Elubo Road, a ceremony which lifted the hopes of residents and commuters. But the road still remains in a deplorable state. Communities along the 71.25-kilometer stretch, including Kromukrum, Kwewu, Omampe, Nkwanta numbers 1 and 2, Jama, Boinso, Ngakai, and Asem Krum, which are predominantly cocoa-growing communities, continue to endure deteriorating road conditions, a condition which has severely impacted transportation, leading to significant post-harvest losses as local farmers struggle to move their produce to the market.
This particular area that we find ourselves is called Asem Krum, within the Awin constituency, and this particular stretch of the road is terribly bad. This fuel tanker right behind us have been stuck for hours, making it very impossible for cars, vehicles from both sides to move. This excavator is trying to help the tanker to move in order to allow the vehicles to flow. Residents and also farmers, because this particular area is a cocoa growing community, so they are predominantly cocoa farmers. They are calling on government to, as a matter of urgency, fix this particular road.
To be very honest, the road is very bad. The cocoa that I went to harvest is still in the tricycle over there. and we are stuck at the moment. How do I get to my destination on time in order to sell my produce? It's been raining here, and we plead with government to fix the road.
Because of our road, business is very slow here. As at now, we don't have fuel at the filling station because the tankers are not willing to come. Because of this road, they don't want to come. We can plead, but they don't want to come. So we are pleading that the government should come and help us.
When I was going to Basso this morning at 6 a.m., no vehicle was willing to go, so I picked a motorcycle. I couldn't return the things I went to buy because I have to pick a motorcycle on return. My wares are stuck at Elubu. We are really suffering here due to the poor nature of our roads.
Meanwhile, Western North Regional Minister Wilbert Petty-Brentum says contractors will soon mobilize to sites to commence reconstruction of the road.
Yeah, the mobilization, in actual fact, it's an arrangement that we're now looking at when we will cut the soil. So just when I was coming, I even called the contractor, and we are looking at in the next few days, we will come here or anywhere to commission, to cut the soil, and then the road, top engineers. They have, they are a renowned engineering company. If you look at the road from Asenkegwa to Enchi, they were the guys who did it.
The Enchi Elubu Road forms part of the prioritized major roads under John Mahama's Big Push agenda.
This has been the case on many parts of this particular stretch. So reporting for Metro News, my name is Eko Sechisaki, Awin constituency.
Away from the Awin constituency, let's head to other places. As the Asante Hene said to the second has appealed to feuding factions in the Boko chieftaincy dispute to commit to lasting peace, reminding them that they remain one people who must continue to live together regardless of the mediation outcome. This call came as Asante Hene brought together representatives of the Mamprungu and Kusasi sides for a rare face-to-face meeting at the Mensha Palace Jubilee Hall in Kumasi on Monday, December 1st, 2025. Now, the Asante Hene praised their comportment, describing their civility and maturity as an encouraging sign for the peace process. He urged the leaders to begin preparing their supporters for a future without violence, stressing that harmony in Boku depends on a collective commitment to coexist peacefully. His Majesty is expected to submit a report on the mediation along with his recommendations to President John Dramani Mahama in the coming days, after which a broader consultative meeting of stakeholders is anticipated. Away from that, traditional authorities in Jema in the Awin municipality of the Western North region of Ghana have called for the depoliticization of the fight against illegal mining to help preserve the country's forest reserves and water bodies. The call was made at the commemoration of the first anniversary of the Jema Environmental Stewardship Day. My colleague Eko Sechisaki visited the community and comes through with this report.
The celebration is an annual event marked by the people of Jema in their Awin municipality to reflect on the community's actions and strategies in preserving their forest and water resources against activities of illegal mining. This year's celebration witnessed the inauguration of the Jema Anti-Galamsey Advocacy Watchdog, a task force cladded with the powers of arresting and handing over perpetrators of Galamsey activities to the police and maintaining discipline in the community. Following years of advocacy and the launch of the Jema Anti-Galamsey Advocacy JAGA last year, the community can now boast of organic foodstuff and over 15 clean streams free of mercury and lead contamination. The Western North Regional Minister joined traditional rulers and the people of Jema to unveil a monumental signage which speaks against Galamsey.
Alive or dead, no Galamsey. This is the bold inscription and the huge billboard right behind me, situated in the heart of Jema, This is to reiterate the community's commitment in the fight against illegal mining. This year's anniversary, which is the first anniversary, is to consolidate the gains that they've made over the period. Traditional authorities have called for the depoliticization of the fight against illegal mining in the country.
Last month, the Paris guards, the task force, had a hint that there are some illegal miners trying to enter into the Amaru forest. So they alerted them and they went into the forest. They arrested 5 of the illegal miners. So the NAMOs also came to meet them. So they, together with the NAMOs, they arrested 8 more. After that arrest, they left those people, those illegal miners, and rather arrested the palace guards.
Convener for the initiative, Father Joseph Blay, has called on government to support members of the community to find alternative livelihoods in order to sustain the fight against illegal mining.
Our biggest success is that all those who mine and destroy their land, Jema is now the food basket. So they are making money more than even the land that they sold for the Galamsey. So all the towns from here going, we have the first town, Boenso, which is 19 kilometers from here. They even come to Jema to fetch for fresh water. So they come here for fresh fruit, they come here for banana, all those things. Omampe the same. I'll be very happy if the government can really adopt this as part of its feed gather program, and also for youth employment.
The regional minister, Wilbert Brenchum, called on investors to consider Jema as a preferred destination.
My initial statement, I threw into the whole world that they should look at investing at Jema. And already the Cocoa Board is planning setting up a seed gardens in Jema. And you see, because there is no contamination, people will be interested to come and invest in Jema. And as a regional minister, I'm going to provide the enabling environment.
Meanwhile, some community folks have lauded the initiative and have pledged their support to ensure the sustainability of this fight. Reporting for Metro News, my name is Eko Sechisaki. Jama, Western North.
The head of corporate affairs at the Ghana Gas, Kirk Mensah, says the company is intensifying surveillance on its pipelines to protect them from illegal encroachment. He told Metro News that Ghana Gas will now deploy advanced technology, including drones, and collaborate with the Anti-Galamsey Task Force and other security agencies to monitor vulnerable areas.
Let us try and educate the Ghanaian public about the consequences of such adamant lifestyle of trying to encroach on the gas pipeline. Our buffer zone is 35 meters, which means the pipeline is in the middle, and 17.5 apart is a buffer zone that no person should come close. Even not necessarily Galamsey's farmland, because all the pipe, our right of way has been secured by law. And I've paid excessively on compensation to secure that land. So it is a property of Ghana National Gas Company Limited. You don't have any business to farm there. You don't have any business to go and do mining there. So we are pleading. Let us stay off. The company has put up measures to secure our pipelines. This, going forward, we are improving on the surveillance system by adopting modern technology, using the drone mechanism to have a 24-hour surveillance on our pipelines. Then we are going to have mini security points where security personnel will be detailed and adequate communication mechanism where the drone being controlled at the central point will at any given time signal the standby team on when to move to the field when they see anyone encroaching the pipeline.
Now, the Corporate Affairs Director of the Ghana Gas Company Limited, Kirk Mensah, has disclosed that Phase 2 of the Tuabo Gas Processing Plant is scheduled to begin by the middle of next year, with construction expected to last approximately 2 years.
Phase 2 of the Ituawa gas processing plant is a critical component in Ghana's broader strategy to boost domestic gas processing, reduce reliance on external supply, and ensure continuous workflow across downstream operations. Speaking in an interview with Metro News, Head of Corporate Affairs of Ghana Gas, Richard Kirk-Mensah, expressed strong confidence that the expanded facility will begin full and stable production in 2028.
Gas Company Limited, we are ever ready to help the government of the day to start the construction and the production of gas from the second gas processing plant. And from the projections from the ministry and the technical committee, by the mid of next year, 2026, the construction will start. What I would say is that if we are, as a country, we are going to have a gas processing plant, there's no any other entity which is technically ready, psychologically ready, and financially ready. From the technical report that I read and from the previous experience, the time frame will be maximum of 2 years. But as I believe the technical know-how of the Ghana Gas Company people, I wouldn't be surprised that they would do it in a shorter period of time.
He also noted that the project also supports the government's 24-hour economy policy, which seeks to drive large-scale industrial growth, improve energy, security, and create employment opportunities for Ghanaians.
Since the GPP2 is a priority, the company too has taken it a priority to start the construction of Ghanaian-owned gas pipeline from Takoradi through Central Region, through part of Eastern Region in Sawam area to Tema. And this time it's not offshore, it's onshore. It's going to pass through our communities. Whereas at any given time, an industrial enclave can be constructed there and we can give this gas to the off-takers, which I mean the industries that will spring up there will get the gas to do their production at a very relatively cheaper cost. So we are doing all this in line with the 24-hour economic policy of the government, where it is prioritizing industrialization. And you cannot prioritize industrialization without getting cheaper, reliable energy.
Maintaining a strong local engineering presence, Ghana Gas believes the project will not only enhance national competence, but also guarantee a more sustainable and Ghana-centered future for the country's energy sector.
Let's turn our attention to other matters now, as the Energy Ministry has launched the National Net Metering Web Application Portal, which will enable the easy submission, processing, and monitoring of all net metering systems as part of Ghana's green energy transition. Speaking at the launch, the Deputy Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Richard John Mensah, said the new portal forms part of Ghana's Scaling Up Renewable Energy Program.
The Scaling Up Renewable Energy Program SREP of the Energy Ministry aims to inject an additional 100 megawatt of renewable power into the national grid through mini-grid, 7 island communities, rooftop solar systems for small and medium enterprises, households and public institutions, as well as solar home systems for off-grid homes and facilities. The net metering systems are part of this Scaling Up program, enables households and businesses to generate electricity from solar and wind power. According to the Deputy Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Richard John Mensah, the new National Net Metering Web Application Portal will help scale up Ghana's green transition effort.
SREP is one of the interventions spearheading this route, delivering 12,000 net metering installation, of which 1,089 is earmarked for secondary schools, hospitals, MMDAs, and the remaining 10,911 will be deployed in homes, SMEs, and private sector. I encourage everyone to visit the website to explore the net metering component and submit your application for the meters. I further call on our key stakeholders, that is ECG, NEDCO, Energy Commission, VRA, and PURC, to link the web application platform to your website.
Acting Executive Secretary of the Energy Commission, Engineer Eunice Brichum, said the portal will improve transparency in the implementation of Ghana's green transition projects.
This is an introduction of a transparent, efficient, and user-friendly system that removes bottlenecks and strengthens coordination amongst the Ministry, Energy Commission, PURC, ECG, NEDCO, and our development partners, as well as other sector agencies.
Other stakeholders present shared insight into the impact of the net metering system on the energy sector.
These meters have improved our ability to safely connect and monitor customer-owned PV systems in accordance with national standards.
Today we can proudly say the platform is ready to serve homes, ready to serve SMEs, and ready to serve public institutions across the country. And it is ready to accelerate Ghana's solar adoption at scale.
The ministry reaffirmed the government's commitment to promoting local content and ensuring that Ghanaian products and services benefit from favorable policies.
Now, the Member of Parliament for Ekumfi, Othniel Eko Kweno, has described the 2026 budget as an embodiment of the hopes and aspirations of Ghanaians, insisting it settles the national debate on the country's economic direction. He says the budget is uniquely crafted to drive growth, create jobs, and spur economic transformation, assuring citizens of a more positive outlook in the years ahead.
I mean, clearly, I don't need to be a magician to tell you that people's wishing that their time was better than today is only a facade in the minds of some. But we can only hope for the best, because Ghana must do well. Our youth must get jobs. The big push is coming. Roads are going to be done. Accra Kumasi New Highway. Every district in Ghana is expected to get about 10 kilometers of road. District hospitals are going to be done. A new thermal energy plant is going to be constructed, 1,200 megawatts. This is a government that is thinking for the future. Beyond that, if you look at even the ports, the minister terms it was an organized crime where duties that were expected to be collected on importations never happened. 76 billion cedis worth. The country lost about 11 billion. Just look at how much we lost by the COVID levy. If we're able to do our things well at the port, we save so much for this country. Today, we don't celebrate borrowing. Today, fiscal consolidation has come. Yes, and it is helping us. And I believe that we should all support this government to achieve a lot of greatness for the good people of this country. For me, I remain very excited and remain very hopeful. One thing about this finance minister is that he's the kind of minister.
Education now, as Executive Director of Africa Education Watch, Kofi Asari has pointed out inadequate preparation among other factors as causes of mass failure among 2025 WASSCE candidates.
We need to have a serious, holistic, non-partisan conversation about our educational system. We need to have a holistic, non-partisan discussion about our educational system. We need to be very blunt and honest with each other. Let's stop the politics, because this is about our children's education. This is about the future of the country. Let's eschew politics and deal with the issues. Let's look at the fundamentals. Let's look at the basis. Then we can now look at, and we need to invest. The teachers are not motivated. You understand? So government should look at teacher motivation, not contributions. Not alone can use their contribution, not NAGRAT and the other bodies can use their contribution to motivate teachers to do their work, to work. They can do it. You understand? Okay. It's one of the reasons why, because at that time, I studied NAT action plan for the next 10 years. Okay. I didn't see anything good about the teacher that contributes the money. So I was angry. I'm like, what is happening? All what was in the action plan was about the NAT secretaries sending them for further studies abroad. Why are you giving it to your secretariat? Why are you motivating your secretariat? Leaving me in the bush. I'm the one in the village teaching. You are deducting money from my salary by way of dues. And you are investing it. Why? Go to the NAT investment, NAT offices and the other teacher union. Go and see the lifestyle of those people, how they live and how the teacher lives in the village. So NAT should set up.
The main reason, I mean, the first contributing reason could have been poor preparation or inadequate preparation. Okay, that's one. And then under inadequate preparation, one which has come out so far kept me thinking is that one headmaster explained to me, in the category A, explained to me that the nature of the questions we are talking about this year were applied. And that many times students are used to questions that require recall answers. So because there was a significant dose of applied questions in there, they struggled. It all points out to inadequate preparation, because if you are prepared for only ABC line of assessments and you went and met DEF, and it means that you did not prepare adequately as expected.
I think that there's a problem. Yeah. It has reared its head, and it's a good opportunity for us to take an integral look at what has transpired, where we are going. Because I keep saying that Ghana is not going to expire.
Education this afternoon, the Member of Parliament for Akuapem North, Sammy Ewuku, called for equal access to secondary education for young people in his constituency. He was speaking at the first anniversary celebrated for the Miles Africa Youth Network in Mamfi, Akuapem, in the Eastern region. The network has, in the past year, dedicated to bridging educational gaps by providing access to both formal and informal education, addressing barriers and empowering youth to secure a brighter future. The event drew together chiefs, senior government officials and civil society representatives for a day-long discussion on how to lift educational standards across the Akuapem metropolises. Let's listen to Philip Miles Asare, founder of the Miles Africa Youth Network, and Sammy Ewuku, MP for Akuapem North.
We believe that to give our young children the right education will propel them to become great leaders in the future and make informed decisions. We are not focusing on education only in the formal sector, but in the informal sector as well, because we believe that once they strive to achieve excellence in education, they can become better leaders in our community. Our plea to corporate Ghana, especially those around Akuapem and beyond, is that we need you to support our initiative. It is not for self-aggrandizement, but rather to help the children improve in their education, because they are lacking in both teaching and learning materials and then uniforms as well. We are doing the best. Our Widows' Mites cannot cater for everything, but with your help and your support, we can reach maximum strides.
We have 87 basic basic schools, which is not a problem, because these basic schools, they are inhabited by the indigents, and so you can say that 100% of these basic schools are occupied by our indigents. But if you look at the senior high schools, all the 10 senior high schools, majority of the pupils or students in these senior high schools are not from our constituency. And so I need to design a strategy on how our people can learn pass at the basic level so they can access the senior high schools. This is the only way that my people will get to benefit. And so in furtherance to that, I have called a meeting of all the 87 basic school heads and all the 10 senior high school heads, making 97 of them, then with the education director for the municipality and their staff, for me to have a one full day workshop with them, get to understand the practical challenges that they are facing from the basic level up, and then we can bridge the gap and for our people to be able to access the senior high schools that we have in the constituencies.
That'll be all for the news updates here on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Helen Anyeweja, and Desmond Okwikudanso is standing by for more.
Right, Helen, thank you very much for bringing us the news updates. Still watching Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro Television. I mentioned earlier that we have a lot of things to talk about today on the show. That includes the conversation with the Ghana Tourism Authority. We'll be looking at plans for this December in GH program and conversations about revenue for the authority. And then we get to talk about CTAG's strike. What exactly are the updates now? The strike action has gone on for a number of days. We paid a visit to the Accra College of Education, and students there are frustrated about the current strike action that is happening. But from CTAG, what exactly is the update on that? So stay with us. We're taking a break. When we come back, we delve into the details.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension, just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa, dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Obey you later.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
God, Kwame!
Send your God up, boom. If you put it at so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey.
Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, Mommy, simple direction. Mr. Goodluck no check me well.
Yeah,
man.
Easy cry. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
How much baby?
Oh, how romantic!
And he followed the prompt, yes. And then boom, confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, do you have family famous before December? May release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Oh, Jose, and I'm the SMS. Cannon Pano, Nasana, Mishia, now what me. A drain I didn't quano. Kingdom Garlic Bitters. No, more benefit. Me benefit wine. Also, what told dear?
Abrewa, the smile, Abrente. Mishuve, one antique crown our bread. No Kingdom Garlic Bitters and any capsules. Nanya, what ya brebia.
Kingdom Garlic Bitters and the capsules. Assembia and you. A devil when I'm when I say.
Send your name, wife, company one personal. Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules and tea. Say, see, and pass why.
Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules. Emeni Genia sum debefi abrebia. Obebia o de poa how no. Edroba kupa wihiane tremendous capsules. Tremendous capsules. Esiesie wo ma wo ye obesima. Enro yi wo benya bi wo bebia yeton nro bia. Kingdom Herbal, no challenger.
In a world where security is paramount, peace of mind should be a necessity and not a luxury. This is why Virtual Security Africa has created a special discount package up to 30% on our 4 and 8 channel high definition cameras. We are more affordable now than ever. With as low as 4,130 Ghana cedis, you can get 4 high definition cameras, 3 terabyte hard drive, cables, and a digital video recorder. With 6,440 Ghana cedis, you will get 8 high-definition cameras, 3 terabyte hard drive, cables, and a digital video recorder. Why choose us? Because we offer top-tier quality you can trust, lifetime after-sale support, 2 years warranty,
and they can view our systems remotely. Sidinua Peke. Spend less, secure more. Call us on 055 874 0764 and 050 331 4068. Virtual Security Africa. We will beat the advertised price of any security product of comparable quality.
The biggest cultural explosion of the year is here. The Afro-Brazil-Ghana Festival 2025. December 12th and 13th at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park and Mausoleum. It's coming alive with 2 unforgettable days of culture, food, fashion, and music. Enjoy electrifying performances from Fancy Gadam, Adam, Go Get 'Em Episode, Wiyala, Amanziba, Big Twins African Music, and Dance Ensemble. Simon from Burkina Faso. And representing Brazil, Aline Crew. This historic festival is organized by Big Twins African Music and Dance Ensemble in collaboration with the Embassy of the Federated Republic of Brazil in Accra, supported by Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Ghana Tourism Authority.
Welcome back from the break. This is Business Edge on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. So now we're going to be getting into the conversations that I mentioned earlier. But before we do that, on Business Edge, we get to look at how the city is performing against the major trading currencies. So let's get right into it, and then we get into the other conversations we have for the afternoon. We are live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana, also on 94.1 FM. You can listen to us live. Now, we begin with the US dollar. It's buying at 11 cedis 29 pesos and being sold at 11 cedis 30 pesos there. So that's the data from the Bank of Ghana as they share with us every day on their handles. So that's the US dollar. Please take note of that. We move on to the British pound, selling at 14 cedis 96 pesos. So if you do the round, it gets to 97 pesos. There 14 cedis 97 and selling at 14 cedis 97 with the round, it gets to be 98 pesos there for the British pound sterling. Now to the euro, being bought for 13 cedis 13 pesos, or 13 cedis 14 pesos, then sold at 13 cedis 15 pesos with the round. So take note of that if you're engaging in any business. These are the rates from the Bank of Ghana. Now, definitely, I'm a part of the creative space. I love the creative space, and there's been a lot of conversations around that particular space. But today on the show, as we talk about business, we're looking at the revenue bit of it. We're looking at how the Ghana Tourism Authority is raking in money, especially as we have entered December with a December in GH initiative. And what is there to be expected from the GTA? What are we looking at? What are the targets? How has it been so far? And that's the conversation we'll be having with the Director of Corporate Affairs and the GTA, Bright Asempa Chadide. He's joined us here on the table for this conversation, and he's a senior also. Good afternoon, Bright. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Desmond. Good afternoon. Good to see you.
Yeah, and you're looking good, actually.
I'm not a senior, actually. we are colleagues.
I know you'll be modest with that.
Yeah, I'm not a senior. We are colleagues.
But you're looking good, actually.
Oh,
and with the sash, it says experience.
Experience Ghana.
Okay, experience Ghana.
Experience Ghana.
How many months now since you've been there?
Okay, so my appointment came in April,
okay.
And so since April I've been in office.
So that should be 8 months ago.
Yeah, that's about 8 months ago.
What did you know about the GTA from afar, and then getting in? What have you seen also? Has it been easy? Has it been what you thought it was going to be?
Okay, so thank you very much, Desmond. I love tourism, from afar. I recall my days in Media General when I was the manager on Nuya TV, Nuya FM. When everybody was doing Kwewu, I really took my people to a village in the eastern region called Jekiti. And that is where I pitch camp every Easter.
Okay.
Just by the lake, you will love it. It's an atmosphere that you can relax, enjoy, feel the warmth and the hospitality of the people. So,
Right.
I mean, I love tourism, anything tourism. But coming into GTA is a different ballgame because of the position that I came to inherit, you know. It calls for a lot, you know, a lot of engagement with stakeholders, you know, deeper understanding of the sector and all that. I must say, we're trying. We're trying. Let's see what God will do.
Yeah. But as you mentioned, you have been a lover of the space for a while. So, so there are a few things that you must have seen before. As you were practicing, what were the things that you thought were going good with Ghana's tourism space? And then what were those that you thought could be worked on? And this is a premise to other questions I'm going to ask.
Okay, so first of all, let me say that if you sit back, look at it, it's a different ball game. But when you get in there, you realize that some of the misconceptions you had is not like that. You know, from afar, you can always see things and like, oh, I can do it better. I can do it. This should have been done. But when you get to the space, you realize that no, it's different. You need to take your time. You need to learn. So for now, I can't just say that I saw some mistakes, you know, something that I'm coming to correct. But we're in there. We'll make it better.
Right. The past months, together with the other heads of the authority, what has been the goal when you go for your meetings? What's the target for you?
So CEO has a clear vision, Mami Fawajito. She has a clear vision, you know, to promote and market Ghana's tourism home and abroad very well. Now, in doing so, one of the vision is that most people complain about hotel rate. You know, that is something on the heart of the CEO. She's doing everything possible to partner with some financial muscle organizations, you know, to bring some soft loans, you know, to the hoteliers so that they can go green. Now, the world is going green. So let them mount solar panels. At least during the day, they can work on solar, and at night, they go on the grid. That will help reduce our hotel rate and make us very competitive. Now, in the U.S., the CEO also formed partnership with Rutgers University in New Jersey. You know, we need to train the industry. People complain about service. I recall when we were launching December in GH, the chief of staff said he went to a restaurant, requested for a bottle of Coke. They brought in another thing. He said, this is not what I requested. I said, Fanasa, we see you know. You see,
that's a very one of the banes of the industry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so with partnership with Rutgers University, they are coming in to provide some professional training to industry stakeholders so that we can uplift, you know, the service we provide to our visitors.
Okay, right. Yeah. And for the very first one that you mentioned about the prices of hotels, very important one. I remember a few years ago, we did, I think it was on Good Morning Ghana, Dr. Randy show, that there was a breakdown of all the taxes. And so much that is burdened on hoteliers that they also pass it on to what are the steps like? Is it easy? I mean, aside what you're saying in terms of going green, but there are taxes that are being burdened on them. There's the association that says that, you know what, we are facing this, and so we've got to throw it off to our customers who come in. What is the realistic step in addressing that?
Okay, so I cannot talk about other taxes, but I can only talk about the 1% levy. And the 1% levy, as it stands now, no conversation has been said about it. But I think that once we go green, okay, and they mount solar on the hotels and, you know, other restaurants and all that, definitely it will reduce the price. Whether the taxes are there or not, we're still going to have some reduction.
It's the power generation that...
Yes, exactly. I mean, if you talk to most hotels and they talk to you about the bills, it's huge. It's huge, you know. They pay a lot of bills at the end of the month, and some were even saying there should be a flat rate and all that. There is some conversation ongoing on that, but I think for now, the best we can do as GTA and the CEO, Mami Fawajito, the best she can do is to let them go green. Yeah.
Who are the stakeholders that the GTA works with to be able to address some of these things when it comes to tourism in the country? Have there been stakeholder engagements with them. I know there's the tour guides.
Yeah, the two
association
guys,
that-
the
yeah,
GATOV, all of that, you
Yeah.
know, they are all stakeholders. But don't forget, we have the mother ministry, which is the Ministry of Tourism,
Right.
you know, headed by the Honorable Minister Ablaji Fagomashi.
Right.
There's been a lot of conversations at that level.
At that level.
At that level. So when they cascade it, we can communicate. But for now, it's at that level.
Okay.
So we're waiting for what they will come up with, then we can communicate.
How are we doing if we were to rate our tourism space to 100? How are we doing? How are we faring?
Well, I think we aren't doing bad at all. If we are to rate, I would say 60, between 60, 65.
Okay.
You know, but we're praying to get to the 90s.
What's accounting for the rest of the 40, 35?
As I said, people talk about our services.
So the service is a very
It's
major part of
it's
it.
very key. It's
Okay.
very key. It's something that a lot of people talk about. Even our local restaurants. When you go there, you look at how people attend to you like a basically, you
It's
know.
as if they're doing a privilege,
Yeah,
but we're
exactly.
paying for it.
Exactly. You can sit there for a while. Oh, I'm Manfred. Me pacha meba. You know, people sit at the restaurant for 30 minutes unattended to. And that's a huge, you know, challenge that the CEO really want to fix. So I must say service is key.
In terms of revenue, how much are we making, or what's the projected figure for 2025?
So per the tourism report 2024, we generated about 4.6 billion.
Yeah.
$4.6 billion. Now, projecting into 2025, we're praying. It's our first year in office, so we're not overly ambitious. But we pray that at least we can generate a 5 billion. If we do that, then we know we're cool to go.
So that's some additional 4?
Oh, yes.
That you're looking
Oh,
at?
yes.
Okay,
You know.
that's quite interesting. And this 4.6 billion includes travelers?
Yes. Vista
into-
arrivals,
yes.
they are spending, all that, yes. It captures that.
I think that in the past few years, we have positioned ourselves well. We have had a lot of people coming into the country and spending their money.
Yes.
And when you get onto social media, you see people making videos, tourists making videos, saying that they changed the currency from this to this.
Yeah.
How is the current currency or the exchange rate helping in terms of people coming in, visiting to the country?
Okay, so I recall when we traveled to the U.S. In New York, I met one of the one Ghanaian, who was talking to me. He said, "Charlie Asempa, I want to bring Charlie about 5 guys to town, and they are complaining about our currency and all that." I said, "Look, President Mahama has promised to fix it." So yesterday, I had a conversation with him, and I asked him, "Are you coming?" He said, "I'm already here." And I said, "You didn't call me. Did you come with the guy?" He said, "Yes." "Okay, now tell me, how is the currency like?" I said, "Charlie, super. Now I'm cool, but we still need the city to appreciate, but it's cool." So now a lot of people are coming to appreciate the fact that the macroeconomic stabilities and indicators, are working. It's work in progress. And we also do hope and pray that at least we get to the 9s and the 8s, so that currently largely will be stable.
So then it means that this is going to do a lot.
A lot.
In terms of people coming into
A lot.
into the
A lot. In fact, as I speak to you, most of the big hotels, they will tell you that 95% booked. 95%.
Booked already?
Booked.
For December?
Yeah, for December in GH.
That's good to know. It means that this December is going to be a brutal.
You need to join me. Action. You need to join me.
It's going to be a fantastic one.
Yeah.
And on that note, let me tell you that on December 20th, we are doing the Metro Jollof Festival. So,
oh, really?
Yes.
That's great.
Yes. We're having a Metro Jollof Festival on the 20th of December.
But you guys should have got it listed in our calendar.
We
need to work together. Let's work together.
We will see you after
definitely
this particular program.
Yeah.
But in terms of one of the other key things also has to do with intra-Ghana tourism.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of, I don't remember, okay, I was going to say, I don't remember the last time I visited, anywhere, and a lot of people do not find that as part of their calendars.
Yeah.
They'll plan to travel to the Dubai, to the Barbados or wherever. But if you tell someone, let's go to Elmina, let's go to this place, they're thinking twice about it. We're not doing too good there.
You see, the reason why President Mahama launched the Black Star Experience,
right.
Ghana is not just about Accra. Most people, all the activities are centered around Accra,
right.
and event organizers, they do plan their events in Accra. But the Black Star Experience is to bring the major explosion at all other regions. If you walk through our calendar, you realize that almost all the 16 regions, are having events this year. So it's not just about Accra. It's scattered all over, under the Black Star Experience. That is one thing we want people to experience when they come to Ghana. So when you come, there are other interesting events happening in all the regions. So it's to get people to at least travel across the country, get to know Ghana well, experience Ghana, not just experience Accra. That is what we are doing, and that's our focus.
And that's very important because it tends to be centered in Accra most, and then maybe a few would go to Kumasi, Cape Coast, of course, because of the heritage, sites there, and that's where a lot of people think that's what it is. So,
interestingly, maybe you should join me. There is one event in the Upper East region. I want to go. If you're free, we can go together. Why not? Yeah. This December in G, a very interesting event.
In the Upper East region.
In the Upper East region.
Okay, I've been to the Northern region.
Okay.
Yeah, so I visited a couple of places, but you have made sure that you put everything.
Yes.
In terms of the events on this particular.
We have about 145 events coming up in December in GH.
Right.
That is captured in our calendar. It doesn't mean other events are not happening. It's not everybody that will meet the criteria, to be admitted into our calendar. But those that have been admitted, we have about 145 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So this spans that fashion shows, music
fashion,
concerts,
culture, heritage, music, everything. High Life will be 100 years this year. So we are launching on the 13th of December, High Life at 100. And there is going to be a mega explosion of High Life, in the Heritage Month. That is the month of March. We're not leaving any stone unturned.
That is one that the whole country has to. Has to rally behind. This is ours, and we definitely need to take hold of that. Now we're going to zoom probably into December in GH. What really is the core target for this? There are 12 months in the year, and you're looking at December in GH. That is what the GTA is holding on to. That is one of the key things you're looking at. What are we looking at?
Okay, so the main idea is to move beyond December in GH. As I said, because of the Black Star Experience, actually, is to make Ghana 365-day, event place. It's a place to go in Africa and the world. So it's not just going to be December in GH anymore. Not a seasonal, thing. We're looking at right from January up to December 31st, something is happening in Ghana, and that is what the Black Star Experience defines. But zooming into December in GH, December is key because, it's a festive period. Everybody want to go somewhere, have fun. We've worked from January up till now. When are you going off? Are you not breaking at all?
Okay.
I don't envy you at all.
I don't know for now, but definitely there'll be a break somewhere.
Okay, you need to take time, cool off a little bit, and everybody plans towards the Christmas, festivities. So when people plan, what do they do? When people plan, where do they want to go? And that is why a lot of event organizers will put up events, most especially, the Year of Return did a lot of magic. It was good. We're making it better this time and moving forward. So if we brought a lot of diasporians, who came, and they visited Ghana, they saw that, Ghana, this is how it is. Okay, so 2025, come and experience, not just visit. So when you come, what are you experiencing? You're experiencing our culture, experiencing our heritage, our culinary. Enjoy our food. I recall when Kika and Jeff, they are from the US, they came here. I took them to a restaurant in Osu, and for the first time as a Kika, you have to eat fufu. They said, fufu? What is that? I said, you need to try it. Surprisingly, just one bite, she was able to finish the entire fufu. and because of Fufu, Keka want to come to Ghana.
A lot of them do find different from what they used to.
Yes, people this time, let us be intentional. Let us be intentional about what we do and project it to the people. So when they come, we're going to have a lot of gastronomy. People should taste our food.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of culture events. Let people see the kind of rich culture we have. We have our heritage sites all over. What are we doing to attract people to go there? That is GTA's focus now, moving on. So that when people come, they go with an experience, a memorable experience, and they also go and share and bring more people here.
Right, and later we do see a lot of the videos when they get back to the countries and sharing some of the experiences that they have here. So this is very big. So in terms of partnerships, in terms of people that you're collaborating with to make sure that this becomes a success, how's that going?
Yes, we have a lot of collaborators. I mean, we collaborate, first of all, with our industry stakeholders, and we have formed some partnership beyond our industry stakeholders. GTA, as of now, we have a partnership with an organization in the U.S. called Tribe, to also help us market and promote Ghana well in the U.S. and other European countries, to drive people back home, let them know that this is Ghana. When you come, this is what you see. This is what you experience. This is how you feel in Ghana. Ghanaians, we're very hospitable.
Yes.
I mean,
we
can leave our job.
Nobody can take that away from us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we want people to experience all that. So for partnership, yes, it's still ongoing. A lot of people have reached out to us. They want to form partnership with us, but we're also careful. We need to cross the T's and dot the I's and make sure that everything is, firmed up well before we enter into those partnerships.
And in terms of data, in terms of getting to measure these and the number of people who are coming in for this December in GH, how are you doing all of that? What are the indicators?
Okay, so one of the key stakeholders is the Ghana Immigration Service.
Okay.
The CEO has met with the Comptroller General. They take the data at the airport, at our borders. They take all that, and our hotels too, they do take data. So we collect all these and they compare because it's possible that the data that the hotels took is the same thing so they compare and make sure that, they can delete the double data collection, inside there. So at the end of the day, all put together, and we always do that after the season. So now they are still taking all the data, so we cannot speak to it that as at now we have about 500,000 or we have that. But after we collect all, then we know the numbers,
And from how we're talking about hotels, we're talking about the restaurant, the big ones, but of course there's a huge chain that has a lot of people, because when they come in, they're walking on the street of Osu or La Paz somewhere, and those services or how they feel there forms part of their experience.
Exactly.
How we getting everybody, not just the big hotels, the big restaurants, but everybody, along the value chain to be able to understand that this is what we are doing and this is how everybody should get to do it.
Okay, so as I said, we have our stakeholders, and these are leaders of the various vendors. For example, if we talk about those who are selling food, we have an association representing them. If we talk about the hotels, we have association, we have the executives. If we talk about the craftsmen out there, we have the executives. So we put all of them together and we tell them, hey, look, this is the season. And you got to go back and speak to your people, talk to them. So we give them training and they go also train their people. We can't just be everywhere on the market, talking to people. So we deal with the executives and they will deal with their members.
Fantastic. And as we have a lot of people coming in, a lot of people, for those of us who like to be out at night, we'll be out at night. They also will be buzzing, and several other places will be buzzing. How are we making sure that security is maintaining? In fact, at the event, I remember last 2 years, there was this event that McMill came that had to be cancelled the second day. A lot of these things, how are we prepared to make sure that everybody is safe as they're stepping out to enjoy Ghana?
Well, fantastic. I think it was just about 2 weeks ago when the CEO, Mamiefa Wadjeto, met the IGP and all the commissioners of the Ghana Police Service. So there, she gave them the events calendar.
Okay.
And she took them through, walked them through where the event will be happening. So the IGP has assured of adequate security for all the events that will be happening in December in GH. We do hope and pray that we don't have any bad publicity.
That is very important.
Yeah, very key, very key. But Ghana is safe. It's a safe haven. If anybody watching us out there, please, Ghana is safe. And we promise you adequate security. Just come and experience Ghana.
Yeah, so Ghana is safe. So come and experience Ghana. I was speaking to the head of corporate affairs at the GTA, Brian Asempa Chadide, on what is to be expected this December in terms of the December in GH initiative, also revenue and all of the other things. When you get onto social media and some of the foreign blogs, you get to see people sharing the experiences. Some say that, oh, Ghana, we are not out there like that. You know, at least Arsenal has Rwanda, visit Rwanda, and all of those things. Yeah. How are we making sure that we're pushing ourselves out there, you know, on the international market, that people get to see that there's something like this happening in Ghana?
Great. So one of the things happening is that the CEO, fortunately, is putting up offices.
Okay.
Especially in about 3 states in the U.S.
Oh, you're setting up offices?
Offices, in the U.S. So it's not just about we traveling, going there, you know, do road shows, market Ghana, and come back. We're going to have permanent offices, you know, in the U.S. She's working hard to get some European countries as well. The focus is really there to push Ghana, market Ghana abroad, you know, to be able to bring people home. So these offices, when they are commissioned, set up, they have a lot of work to do, you know, to be able to market Ghana well and drive people home.
That is very important, so that those abroad can get to know what is happening in Ghana in December. I know you know of the Dirty December, which is in the December AGH, all together, making sure that we're pushing the experience. The experience out there.
I can imagine recently when the CEO traveled, I mean, there was a young lady who met her and said, I'm coming to Ghana. Dirty December. I said, oh, why are you coming to Ghana? I said, I know, I'm going to get a husband in Ghana because Ghanaian men are very romantic. I said, oh, wow.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But you are you not? You are.
this one I can only give it to one person. He's called Derek Adote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's very romantic.
Yes, he is. My producer for today. But we're keeping the Ghanaian identity. We're trying to keep that so that people who come in know that this is Ghana. But of course, also making it open to the understanding that it's a global world. You're having visitors from other countries coming in. Sometimes you get to these clubs, you get to these spots, and they're playing a lot of music that is not Ghanaian and all of those things. How are we making sure that we get everybody to understand that it's an identity thing, a cultural thing we are pushing, and so let's make it more Ghanaian.
Yeah. So we met with all the events organizers, that's about 3 weeks ago. And we told them we want to be intentional because we're promoting Ghana.
Right.
So they should try and make it a 60-40 this year. And next year we'll try and see if we can go to 70-30. Because those who are coming to also want to have a feel of what they used to, you know.
Right.
So you can't just make it 100%, you know. Otherwise, sometimes some of the people who patronize your event, you know,
you've got to make them feel comfortable.
Exactly. So you need to blend it.
Right.
But as much as possible, we need to be very intentional. So 60-40 is okay. Ghana, we have a lot of good music.
There is a lot.
Oh, man. What's your favorite?
For now, I think I'm doing Kojo Q's album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a new album. He's one of the guys who is very intentional about the sound that he puts out there.
Well, mine is the late Daddy Lumba Zankwanoma.
That's also very good.
Yeah, I love it.
I
love Aquanoma.
That's a good one. And I know even on the socials also, people are trying to say that this December, let's be intentional to push. I know Azonto is gone, but we can, you know, there's a little bit of it that still could be pushed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, for people who come into
the flavor is there.
Yeah, it's still there. So in terms of the music, we can definitely push that. But again, have you spoken to the musicians? You talk about the event organizers.
Yes, event
but
organizers.
For those who are the musicians who will be performing at all of these places, and are they in tune with what you're trying to do?
Oh, yes. If I say event organizers, you know, the event organizers are in tune with the managers of these artists.
Okay.
You know, so they carry the message to the artists themselves and let them know that this is the focus now, this is the drive, this is where we're going. And once you're a Ghanaian, you need to be intentional about your country, love your country, push your country out there. When people come, let them feel. Beam is having a concert, Kojo Entry is having a concert, and already I understand tickets sold out. You know.
A lot of them. It looks like Ghanaians will really save for December. To party hard.
Recipe is in there, you know. We have a lot. And I know when people come this December, they will really experience Ghana the better way.
We've talked about December. We've talked about how beautiful it is going to be. Is there going to be a time where it could transition into not just December, you know, right from January to any other, because it's going to be really packed this December, but maybe if we could spread it across to some other months and push it also, it could work there. We will see something like that.
So at the beginning of my submission, I said the reason why the Black Star experience has come is not going to be just December. Right from the 1st of January up to 31st of December, there should be something happening in the country. I mean, people must have a feel that, oh, this country is booming, and it's also going to help our 24-hour economy policy. We go to sleep. I mean, we go to sleep. This time, we're not going to sleep. There should be a vibrant economy that 24 hours we can move here and there with security. You know that anytime you wake up from bed or something is happening here, you don't think through the weekends, you know that, I can go here and have fun. That's the economy, you know, President Mahama really want to leave behind. And he has really taxed all the appointees to make sure that it comes to pass. So CEO is not leaving anything unturned.
You talk about one of your sister areas, maybe the Black Stars.
Yeah, the Black Stars.
I've had my own, but maybe I'll just... This is just
your biases.
Or
reservations.
I've had my own reservations about what has happened so far this year. Maybe coming in, maybe after the first year. Maybe after the first year, and maybe after the taste of culture.
Yeah, taste.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe after that one. We'll see what next year would become.
Trust me, you know, in every beginning, there are a bit of challenges in everything you do, and but the Black Star experience is geared up now, and in the coming year, you're going to see that the Black Star experience is the game changer. There's a lot. I spoke to Resoma before coming here. We were actually talking about some few events and all that. They say, "Oh, brah, you know." So trust me, in the coming year, you're going to see that this is the Black Star experience.
Yeah, I know, because the day they dropped the official announcement, in fact, it caused a lot of traffic on the social. So it probably gives. It tells us that, you know, coming up, there'll be a lot of beautiful stuff from there, and anything that comes through for us in terms of tourism, we've said that it's one of the avenues that government really needs to look at. Sometimes a lot of people feel that there's not so much attention given, even right from the ministry down to all the other agencies, but it's one that employs a lot of people, a lot of people in the creative arts are in there, and the attention should be given to us so that we can give back to the country. There's 4.6 that we mentioned, and you're seeing the target for this year, something around 5. Everybody comes together, you know, to help, to make sure that this 5 is a realistic.
Maybe this month I should ask you to, I mean, just do me a favor.
Right.
What's your favorite food?
Fufu, definitely.
So can you do a short video and say, look, this December, welcome to Ghana. If you come to Ghana, just taste fufu and post it out there.
Oh, I think I do that quite a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do that quite a lot. I don't joke in my locals.
Oh, sure. Very important.
Fufu and omuto.
Omuto, my favorite, but kokonte is best. I mean, if you get kokonte with some katinkwa, you know,
that's
by
important.
The side.
I eat everything. I don't sleep anything behind. I eat everything.
Yeah.
that's very important there. So as we wrap up on this, This December NGH initiative, for the last time as we wrap up on this, it's going to be exciting, eh?
Very, very exciting. And one key message we want people to carry along as they go and when they go back to their various countries is that, look, I came to Ghana, I experienced Ghana. I want to come and live and invest in Ghana. So we just don't want people to come and go back. When you come, stay, invest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come and stay
and invest.
Yeah. And for the foreigners who are coming, the tourists who are coming in, are there conversations with their embassies? Are those engagements also going?
Oh, yes, yes. I mean, there are a lot of collaborations between GTA, the U.S. Embassy, the Canadian Embassy, Mexican Embassy, UAE, Saudi Arabia. I mean, a lot. A lot. I mean, and the CEO has met a lot of the diplomatic corps. They have extensive discussions on the arrivals. So the embassies are in tune. We're together.
Why should someone come to Ghana?
Oh, why should someone come to Ghana? I mean, Ghana is a blessed country, number one. Ghana is a place to be because we're very hospitable. Ghana is a place to be because our culture just don't attract, but our culture speaks, and speaks volumes. Come taste our food. Ghana is very secured in terms of security. When you come, your security is assured. Come experience Ghana, and you will love Ghana.
Come and experience Ghana, and you will love Ghana. So we have this. How do people get to have this so they could keep tabs on what event is happening?
Okay, so on GTA's website, you can have the December NGH calendar. We're circulating it to all the media houses as well so that they are also intentional in their programming. They can talk about it. Yeah, it's very key. So before I leave, I'll even send it to you so that you can have the soft copy. And we're going to display a lot of barcodes in town. So you can just pick your phone and you scan. You have
so
it.
once you're just moving around.
Yeah, you're moving around. You're going to see, you just scan
Right.
and you have it right there on your phone. So they should watch out for the barcode. You see GTA, December and GH, the barcode. Just scan. You have the event calendar.
Message to investors.
Message to investors, Ghana is the best place to come and invest. Ghana is the best place when you invest. You get all the returns that you need. Ghana is a profitable place. The economy is good. The economy is booming now. The city is stabilizing, and we pray that, as I said, it comes to the ninth so that people, and it will happen.
Yeah, and it will happen. Some of the foreigners or the tourists who come in do complain about, especially in December. So when they go to the art centers or they go to some of these places, things that are supposed to cost five cities or 20 cities will be sold to them at very exorbitant prices. They're going to pick taxis or pick, any ride, and then the price is abnormal. I mean, for them, they may not know about it.
But let me admit, that's a key challenge, and that's something that I cannot sit here and say it can be controlled. People always want to cash in at that point, and this is somebody's business. Is it being a smart business person, or
I think, at the long run, damages the reputation of the country?
Yes, it does, but you can only advise at this point because you not always be in the market at the selling point. So you can only advise that, be magnanimous in how you rake in profit. You see, as you're talking about the crafts, I'm not at the art center now. Maybe we have some visitors there who are shopping. And somebody is taking advantage, of it, trying to cash in because you see that December, I need to make more profit. But hey, just a bit of advice. Just take it easy in cashing in so that people can always, patronize your product.
Right. Again, to the other parts of the country, the other 16 regions of the country where it seems in December not so much is happening in those places. What are the engagements really? Because I know you have offices across the country, and in terms of, because if the traditional authorities in those areas understand what is happening, the people move along and support. How are those engagements going with the offices across the country?
So our regional directors are doing a super wonderful job. Super. I mean, they understand that this time it is not only about Accra. There should be events happening in all the regions. That is why we have a lot of events happening in all the regions this year. And they've engaged the event organizers, even here in Accra. They've been able to pull some to come and organize events in their respective regions. And the other event organizers in their regions, so they're encouraging them to own an event. This is the best time to own an event, especially in the region.
Yeah.
Accra is crowded.
Yeah.
You know, just identify an event in a particular region and own it as an event organizer. And trust me, with a Blaster experience, GTA support, we're cool to go.
Okay, so we have, I think you put together a message or a promo sort of for December in GH.
Yes, sure.
Right. So let's take that. When we come back, we wrap up on the conversation.
Lancaster Hotel. From the airport roundabout to the Lancaster Hotel, along the main road at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and at key locations including the Airport Police Station, La Palm Royal Hotel, La Boma Beach Road, and various parts of Accra, residents and visitors alike can experience the festive spirit in every corner of the city. The extensive rollout not only reflects GTA's commitment to promoting tourism and local culture, but also serves as a prelude to a December filled with music, heritage, and unforgettable experiences. GTA's visibility campaign ensures that December in Ghana will be celebrated in grand style, putting Accra and Ghana at the heart of the global festive spotlight.
That's a story about December in GH and what the plans are. Back in here with Bright. So the money is important. We're looking at a lot of money coming in for the country.
Yes, at least as I said, we're not overly ambitious the first year in government, but we know that at least a little bit about 5 we can make.
Okay.
So, yes.
So 5.
We will be able to make it, even more. But I just want to be very magnanimous, you know, yes. So.
And for those who want to check out what is happening in the country, what are the avenues that they could get the data or the information on the December in GH program?
Okay, so talking about information, we have our call center, and I'm going to leave the numbers with you as well, so that you can give to our listeners. We have our call center numbers, the WhatsApp number they can call, and so we have the 0579 579019, 0579 579019, and the WhatsApp number is 0546 352240, 0546 352240. That's the WhatsApp number. So in case you need any information, in case you are in town and you want to quickly, you know, maybe you find yourself in trouble, you can even call our call center. They will definitely get you assistance.
Right, and I must applaud you for this. The information in terms of who to contact for this event.
Exactly.
There's email, there's the number
everything.
there, everything is in there. And that's
the event name, the number to contact, where it will be happening, which region, it's all there. But maybe finally before we go, there's actually a big one that is happening next year.
There's a big one happening next year.
Big one happening next year. You know, the World Cup is next year.
Definitely, and we are going to the world.
Yeah, and GTA in partnership with the 3 host countries.
Okay.
As the U.S. Embassy here in Ghana, Canadian Embassy here in Ghana, and the Mexican Embassy, as well as other embassies. We are hosting what we call 16 by 16. We are going to set up 16 watch party centers in all the 16 regions for the entire duration of the World Cup for people to watch for free.
For the entire duration?
Entire duration of the World Cup, not just Ghana matches, entire duration of the World Cup.
Across the regions
Across
of the country?
all the 16 regions of the country. It's happening live.
Oh, then that's
really
the
big one coming next year.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
So come next year
in partnership with the U.S. Embassy in Ghana, the Canadian Embassy here, and the Mexican Embassy, the 3 host countries.
Fantastic. So anywhere you are across the country, you can definitely be part of the World Cup that Ghana will win.
Definitely. Definitely.
I make you my prediction.
I do hope and pray, and I know that this time we'll get to the finals.
Great.
Yes.
And then we can win. I'm just being hopeful as a Ghanaian.
Of course. We are all hopeful.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Desmond, for having me.
So, Bright Asempa Chadide.
Yes. Chadide is the name.
Chadide.
Yeah. That's the surname.
Yes. So he's joined as head of corporate affairs at the Ghana Tourism Authority, helping us understand the plans of the authority into this December, with the December in GH initiative, talking about the revenue, talking about all the activities, all the collaborations, the partnerships, and definitely you can get onto their website and find all the information for you. We're taking a break. We'll be back with some more right here on the Business Edge.
Manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest, copy from Georgia be luckiest, from not the block she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest, everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame. Send your God apple boom. If you put it away, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, Mommy, simple direction. Mr. Goodluck no check me well.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom, confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, do you have family permission? Before December, may release a motivational album. Fatapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This Christmas, Cattle's Agri Limited is bringing you freshness, flavor, and festive joy straight to your home and office. Right here in Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, and Takrade. Cattle's Agri, your #1 poultry plug. Fresh birds, sweet eggs, delivered with love. Get ready for our juicy Midofopa package. You get 1 broiler, 1 layer, 2 crates of eggs, plus our special chicken spices. All for only 450 Ghana cedis. Midofopa, sweet value for you. Or go big with our Coco Bolobo package. That is 2 broilers, 2 layers, 2 crates of eggs, and chicken spices. Just for 800 Ghana cedis. A Coco Bolobo. More chicken, more joy. And for families and corporate bodies ready to feast, try our Odon Sada package. 3 broilers, 3 layers, 3 crates of eggs, plus spices for only 1,200 Ghana cedis. Order now, enjoy more. And the best part is, corporate orders come with free delivery. Terms and conditions apply. Call us now. 0558 376127 or 0241 674268 or 020-331-5557. This Christmas, choose Cartoons Agri Limited. Cartoons Agri Limited. Freshness you can trust.
Back to the program. This is Business Edge. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. So we're live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana, DSTV channel 277, and also on 94.1 FM. We're talking now about the CETA strike. Remember that last week, that was on Monday, the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana backed or announced a nationwide strike. And it has been going on for over a week now, and we've been gauging how activities have been on the campuses. My colleague Ikuya Abibio visited the Accra College of Education and has filed this report.
The ongoing strike by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana is taking a serious toll on academic work, heightening concerns among students. For many trainees here at the Accra College of Education, this has become a repeating cycle and a disruption they continue to endure.
CETAC announced its industrial action on Monday, November 24, 2025, citing the government's failure to fully implement the National Labour Commission Arbitral Award issued on 2nd May 2023. CETAC's key grievances include the non-payment of all year-round work compensation for additional duties performed in 2022 for 39 colleges, with only partial payment made to the Accra College of Education, and the outstanding book and research allowance arrears for the 2023, 2024 and 2022-2023 academic years. Additionally, the group expressed concerns over the downgrading of some experienced teaching staff holding master's degree, which they say undermines professional dignity and violates agreed conditions of service. During a visit to the Accra College of Education, classrooms were seen deserted by teachers, with students left in mounting uncertainty.
Personally, since level 100, we have actually, our level, I would say we've experienced a lot of these strike actions, and it has really disturbed us a lot. The students of Accra College, level 400 students, we've repeatedly had this strike actions ongoing, and looking at how we have to study on our own without lecturer supervision, make sure that certain slides and things, we have to look for them online, research personally, and make sure that we get all these things ourselves. It makes studies very hectic.
Stanley Edu-Enchi told the news team that the strike hits harder for first-year students like himself, as they had the privilege of attending lectures for only a week before classes were halted.
We had an active lecture the week after we came. The first week was orientation week, and after that, the following week, we resumed classes, so we started going for lectures. And after that, I think we had lectures for just 1 week. After that week is when the uncertain strike came.
Were you surprised, or it's something you were expecting?
Oh, actually, I was surprised because the strike came, the announcement came on Monday, early Monday, and some of us were actually dressed for class. We came to classrooms and our lecturers communicated that they can't come.
The students are urging the government to intervene promptly and bring an end to the strike.
I'll plead with the government to do the needful. So we are teachers, we are coming, and I know we are going to face the same challenges. and I know the lecturers are fighting for their rights too. So I will plead with the government to do the needful so that they come back to the classroom to teach us, because that is why we are here.
With lectures on hold and uncertainty growing, all eyes remain on government and CTAG for a timely resolution. Ikuababu, Metro News, Accra.
So that was my colleague Ikuababu with that story there from the Accra College of Education, where the students are calling on government to do the needful so that the teachers can get back into the classrooms. Joining me in studio now is Fidelis Kamai, General or National Secretary of CTAG. We've spoken to him a number of times via Zoom, but today he's here to talk to us about, the strike action. Is there any update? Is there any fruitful discussions that have taken place with the relevant authorities? He will share that with us. Mr. Kamai, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Your students are saying come back. Watching the video, how did you feel?
I felt so sad. But it is a necessary evil that must take place for the right thing to be done.
How long is this gonna go on?
It depends on the actions the government takes. If today all our requests are met, tomorrow, believe me, we'll be in the lecture room to teach.
You released the notice of the strike action last week Monday. Yeah, last week Monday. And then during the week, we know there were some discussions. How did that go? I remember I spoke to you about it. It looks like it's not been any, there's not been any amicable solution so far.
All right, so when we declared a strike on Monday, the Minister for Education invited us to a meeting on Tuesday.
Okay, on Tuesday, right.
Yes, so we met him, and he pleaded with us to suspend the strike, go back to the classroom and teach, while we give him 3 weeks to resolve the matters. Even at that, it was just by word of mouth. And we have even witnessed a similar thing before. So we were like, it looks like there's a template at the Ministry of Education that all the ministers, they read it to us. The last time was Honorable Educhum. He asked for 2 weeks. We granted him the 2 weeks.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. At the end of the day, he froze our salaries for that month. So we have witnessed one before. So we don't want to repeat what happened the previous year.
So you are not going by any words of mouth, any plead. It's not going to work.
Even during Honorable Educhum's time, we signed onto a memorandum of agreement. Nothing happened, not to talk of verbal communication. We now want to see action instead of words.
For the benefit of those who are now following the conversation, what exactly are you looking at? Are you ready to take a half of it? Are you ready to get to the middle, before you get back to the classroom? Or you're looking at everything that you are demanding from government?
You see, when the students were speaking, you heard that one of them retorted that we've been going on a number of strikes, strike. All these strikes are still on this arbitral award. So what we are saying this time around is that we want all the issues to be tackled once and for all, so that we will no more embark on strikes again.
What is the arbitral award?
The arbitral award, let me say, it's a ruling that the National Labour Commission gave. So the government is mandated to attend to those issues. Okay. We have complied with our part because initially we were requesting for 3 months' salaries for working from January to December 2023. But when the arbitral award came, the learned commissioner said we should take 1 month. So we allowed the 2 months to go. So that is a sacrifice that we have done as teachers. So we expect that the government should also comply by implementing the remaining, areas. But you see, sometimes it baffles us because if you look at the National Labour Commission, they have the powers of a high court.
Right.
So once they give a ruling, party is not complying, they can go to court to enforce their, their ruling. But they have not gone to court since 2023 till date.
And for you, you cannot go to court too?
It is incumbent on the National Labour Commission to do that. That is what the law says.
Have you pressed on them? Have you checked on them to do that on your behalf?
In fact, at the last sitting on the 19th of November 2025, the chair also reiterated that if it becomes very necessary, they will go to court.
Oh, okay. Okay. You talk about the book and research allowance. That one, a lot of people have issues with teachers saying that, oh, we don't see that. And every day they're asking for book and research allowance.
If you talk about the book and research allowance, it's because you are not in academia, so you may not understand how it works.
Okay.
So
Explain
what happens is that before the beginning of academic year, as lecturers, you are supposed to do research, to teach, because day in, day out, we have new knowledge that is coming on board.
Okay.
So we need to be abreast with new knowledge to be able to teach our students. Aside from that, you also need to conduct research to come out with knowledge. It is based on that that we are promoted. So if you don't research and publish, there's no way you'll be promoted. So it is incumbent on us to do research and publish. And one other thing is that the journals in Ghana, most of them, I don't want to say they are not credible, but the regulator do not also rely on them to promote us. So we are forced to publish in journals outside Ghana.
Why?
You look at Elsevier and all those kind of high-impact journals, and the payment that you make is in dollars. So, for example, if you're a lecturer and you have to be promoted to a senior lecturer, you need not less than 7 publications to be able to do that. Yes.
And in doing so, you need money from government, which is part of the package.
It's part of the conditions of service.
The conditions of service.
Exactly.
That's it, for you.
Yes.
And so if it is not there, then it means you're saying you cannot do the research, and then as you're not able to do the research, then if you're due for any promotion or anything, that also is not going to happen.
Exactly.
How much is it?
But I cannot put it on there.
I wanted to know how much it cost for that. Interesting. In the report again, you're talking about some demotions.
Downgrading.
Yes, downgrading. Explain that to us.
Okay, so when we were with the College of Education, the requirement to be able to teach was a master's degree.
A master's degree.
A master's degree.
Right.
Great. Now, with that master's degree, some of our colleagues were even promoted to chief tutors. So with the various grades where we have the tutor, senior tutor, chief tutor, principal tutor, and then chief tutor.
Right.
So some of them rose through that ranks, and then they attained those kind of ranks, right? Now, with the migration, we are now leaving the College of Education pay structure onto the traditional university structure.
Right.
Now, when the migration was being done, the new criteria they used was that until you have a terminal degree, you cannot teach at the College of Education. That means that you should have a PhD.
Right.
So if you don't have a PhD, then you need to have what you call a research master's to be considered as an assistant lecturer. So our colleagues who had MEd, MTech, MTU, and those other qualifications, even MSc, in some cases, they said they don't qualify to teach. So they downgraded them to principal instructors. But if you look at the traditional university structure, we don't even have that terminology, principal instructors. It is in technical university. Yes. So we are saying that, fine, if you are saying that the new criteria they don't meet, then why not give what you call a transitional period?
Okay.
So within that period, those deemed not qualified will take the opportunity and then do a top-up and qualify, and then they'll be there.
Okay.
But that window was not given. So instead for them to be placed appropriately, now they have been downgraded and the amount of money they receive at the end of the month has reduced. This is against labor practice. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I do not understand that. So that sums up what 3 major things you're looking at from the book and research allowance.
Yes, for 2022 academic year, 23 academic year, there are 2.
That's 3 years ago.
Yes.
Wait, so those are for 2-3 years ago. So it means that if those are paid, then what about 23, 24?
It is also outstanding.
Oh, okay. So you are asking for 22, 23
academic year, yes.
Academic year.
Yeah. 23-24 academic year.
And then this one hasn't been paid. So even the...
You know the funny thing? This year's own has been paid. Meanwhile, at a meeting with GTEC, we agreed that we were going to pay 2 of them at a time. But I checked with the Ministry of Finance, indicated that the GTEC did not send the inputs to them on time. That is how come they did not pay. Now we are asking, if they delayed, what prevents you from paying it now?
Okay. Okay, I now do understand what what you're trying to say. Wow, interesting. So for now, with that meeting you had with the Education Minister on Tuesday, it's not been fruitful. And since then, what are the updates? Have there been any calls on you to come sit at the table to negotiate to find a way?
In fact, we had Prenkov calling upon us to rescind our decision based on the promise the minister gave.
Minister had given.
But when council met, they said no. This time round, what they need is full implementation of the arbitral award. Until that is done, we should not call it off.
How's teaching at the colleges of education like? Are your teachers comfortable? Are your teachers okay? Are they...
You see,
I want to go there.
If we were to be okay, this strike would have been needless. So it means we are not okay.
Mm. Do you have, when it comes to the accoutrement to work with, the things to work with, are those available to teachers of CTAC?
No, they are not sufficient. Sometimes we also have to use our own resources to get some of the implements to work with.
Oh.
Yes.
Like what?
For example, if you want to go and teach, you may sometimes need a projector. All these things, sometimes the lecturers, they buy themselves and they send it to the classroom. Laptops, we will say that as a teacher, you must have a laptop. Yes, we have, but we expect that we have one bought by the institution or government so that that one can be fixed or permanent for all of us to use. Because if you use your personal laptop, you carry it from your office to the classroom up and down. Sometimes it can get damaged.
The one about the projector. Some teachers are buying projectors in the classrooms.
Yes. Personal projectors. I have one.
You have one?
Yes.
You bought that you take to the class?
Yes, to teach.
Isn't that supposed to be in the classroom already?
Not there.
And you've told government, you've told the ministry. Because as the lady said, there are teachers who are also coming up through that same system. Yeah. And they will see, or they are seeing what is happening now. And then when they graduate, and they also get into the system proper, they're going to see all of these things. And it looks like a never-ending cycle.
That is a sad situation we find ourselves in the country. And you see, if you look at the new curriculum at the basic level, we are training our learners to become ICT compliant or technologically inclined.
Right.
But the state of our laboratories, it is an eyesore. Some of the colleges don't even have computer laboratories. Yeah, Joe, no, this is not true, Fidelis. I cannot be lying on the national television like this.
Some colleges of education in this country do not have computer laboratories.
Yes.
No, I have to go and do my checks with my reporters. Is there any you're willing to share with us?
I cannot come here and be putting this information.
You tell me. You tell me after.
All right, I can do that. But for my college recently, we got some stock.
Okay.
For Accra College of Education, for us, we have got some stock.
It means that the situation is. It's not just these demands that you're asking from government.
You see,
it's a bigger problem.
Yes, but for now, we want to look at our welfare issues first. When that is done, we can now tackle the others.
You want to be okay first?
You see, our issues are many. If you want to itemize all of them, you'll be overwhelmed.
Then itemize all of them and then seek government to do the right thing once and for all. Is that also not? Because now that you're asking for book and research and the arbitral award and all of those things, if that's sorted to you, later there are going to be issues with the implements that you're saying you need to work with. And then you may call for another strike that you need to sort this, or else we won't go to class.
Sometimes we do improvise, like I said.
But how long is that going to happen?
That is a fact. So at a point, we may have to get government to get all these things for us. Do you know one other striking thing that needs to be done? As I speak, we don't have an act as a college. Because of the migration, the act has become extinct. It is no longer functioning as it's supposed to be.
But why is it so?
Let us ask our regulator, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
I guess my producer would have to get GTech for us one of these days. We need to talk about it, because we are talking about education where a lot of people have it in mind that there's a very, very, very sharp decline in the quality that we're putting there. And this is colleges of education that we're teaching people who come up to be teachers and teach our kids, so that the decline could see an ascendancy, and this is how we're treating them. This is certainly not it. And so, Education Minister, Ministry of Education, whoever that matters in this, needs to really make sure that they sit with you and sort this out. But we'll definitely be looking at all the other things that are happening in the schools. And even with the traditional universities, there are lots of issues going on there. Technical universities, lots of issues. And then it looks like there's a move. We're not even looking at the colleges of education. And when we hear of them, it's about strike.
It's very, very embarrassing for us. In fact, now, when you want to tell people you're a TTAG member, you even feel shy. Because now they connote our name with strike. And we are tired of that. We don't want that name. So that's why this time around, we want to end it. So that if you hear of strike by CTAG, it should be on a national issue, like maybe Galamsey, afforestation, and those kind of things, and not our welfare issues.
Has the council been having conversations, especially from Saturday when the provisional results of the WASSCE was released, to you as teachers who are teaching people to become teachers also? How do you feel about this?
In fact, we have not looked at that situation critically. We are waiting for the chief examiner's report to come out before we can do a thorough examination or analysis of it before we can come out with whatever we want to say. But for now, we are on strike.
For now, the strike is the most is the most important thing there. So we're talking to Fidelis Kamai, the National Secretary for CTAG, who is still on strike. As for now, we don't know when it's going to happen. Hopefully, the 3 weeks that the minister mentioned, this is the second week. So we are looking at next week. So by next week, we're hoping that the Ministry of Education, led by the minister himself, Haruna Idrisu, will be able to make sure that at least with a verbal plea that was made at that meeting with the executives of CTAG will be looked at, and their issues be sorted once and for all. Yet from the students from the school that they are frustrated. You're in school, you're not going to class, it's just there. And if you're not... So,
and you see, they are also spending so much money. Because now they are feeding and they are not going to classes. So assuming that we extend the calendar, it's going to affect their finances. Others are also renting accommodation. So they are time bound. So there's going to be an extra cost on the students.
I see.
We have been merciful since 2023 to 2025.
Okay. Fidelis, final word you want to say to the authorities, to the Ministry of Education, to the Minister, in case they're watching now?
So we want to let the Minister for Education know that it is not that we don't respect him. We respect him a lot. But these demands are legitimate, and we feel that it must be settled once and for all so that there will be serenity in the colleges of education.
Okay. So we need some serenity in the colleges of education. That's from the CTAC National Secretary Fidelis Kamai, and today he's coming to the studio. So and it is his outfit. Either he went to Uboche or the Ninabre. That's why. Okay, great. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon on the show. And of course, CTAG is asking for a full implementation of the National Labour Commission's arbitral award issued on the 2nd of May. A few months, that's some months ago. And oh no, yes, this is 2020. Sorry. So years ago, 2 years ago. That is what they're looking at. And of course, they're also touching on the all-year-round work compensation for additional duties performed in 2022 for 39 colleges of education. 39. All-year-round work compensation for additional duties. Additional duties are?
Lecturers to rest or,
okay,
if you like, leave. But in the year 2022, we worked from January to December without vacation. Straight. Because we're doing the shift system. So once one or two of the cohorts are in school, we're teaching. When they are going home, the next cohort will be reporting. Yes, so we worked throughout, and we felt that it is against the labor law for employees to work
like rest. That. You told them?
Yes, they are aware. That's how come the National Labour Commission gave us the award.
Give the award.
Yes.
Okay. So that's it. That's it for the show today. Many thanks for joining us here on Business Edge today on Metro TV. My name is Desmond Okreko. We came to you live from our studios here at Northridge in Accra. On the 20th of November is the Metro TV Jollof Festival. Yeah, so do take note of that. December in GH, December, all of that, we are part of it. So the Metro TV Jollof Festival is happening on the 20th of that is December, right here at our premises here at Northridge in Accra. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. My name is Desmond Okreko. So have a good afternoon.
Explosion of the year is here. The Afro-Brazil Ghana Festival 2025, December 12th and 13th at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park and Mausoleum. It's coming alive with 2 unforgettable days of culture, food, fashion, and music. Enjoy electrifying performances from Fancy Gadam, Adam, Go Get 'Em Episode, Wiyala, Amanziba, Big Twins African Music, and Dance Ensemble, Simon from Burkina Faso, and representing Brazil, Aline Crew. This historic festival is organized by Big Twins African Music and Dance Ensemble in collaboration with the Embassy of the Federated Republic of Brazil in Accra, supported by Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Ghana Tourism Authority. Sing with joy now, our God is for us.